Poked off his stick, and now Trevor's got it. Here comes Trevor up the wing with Bubbles now. Bubbles and scores! Bubbles gets the first goal of the series, and the Trailer Park Boys lead 1-0. What a stick check by Bubbles, or by Trevor's, and Bubbles takes a 1-0 lead for his team. Look at that shot. Oh my, so one. And now in there is Lee. He takes a stolen front. Luke Pond. Oh, big save there. And now battling there. Pond back to the point. Scores! What a rocket from Ryan Din. And the game is tied. Oh my goodness. Luke Pond wins that battle. And Ryan Din puts all of his effort into that shot. And no chance for Ricky Lafleur there. And the game is tied at 1. Face off now, 5:32 to go. One there by the Knights. As now here come the Bud Light Knights now. Hutchings up to Pond. In the zone. Scores! That gets through the wickets of Ricky Lafleur. And they take the lead 2-1. Oh my. Not a good goal for Ricky Lafleur to give up, I tell you that. Nonetheless, it is 2-1. Bud Light Knights here in the first period. Oh my. Now Pond has got it. Pond now. As now that one's stolen by Julian. As now gets it up now. Trevor with it. Trevor up the zone. As now gets the puck in. Shoots and scores! Randy Bobeni on the rebound. And the game is tied. Oh my. As a quick answer from the Trailer Park Boys. And the game is tied at 2. Look at that. He just poked it in basically. How can the Bud Light Knights respond as now Hutchings has got it now through center. Hutchings into the Trailer Park Boys. Oh, it scores! Oh my goodness, that gets through! Ricky Lafleur, and it's 3-2. Ricky Lafleur having a not a very good first period. Another goal through the 5-hole. And I'm wondering if they did a scout on him before the series, perhaps exposing a weak spot. Underway with the second period is now stolen there. Evans across. Hines scores! Carter Hines makes it 4-2. Early in the second period, right off the opening draw. What a steal by Ethan Evans. And a great start for the Bud Light Knights here in the second period of game 1. 4-2 now. As the coach not pleased with this start. Now got it there back to the point to Din. As now he fends up the checking shot. That one's blocked. In the corner back. Pond scores! Luke Pond puts one over the shoulder. And it's 5-2. 2 goals on 2 shots to start the second period. Oh my. And the Bud Light Knights are just on fire to start this period. Face off now as 14:52 to go as the Bud Light Knights have control. Tie up draw. Now back Din scores! What a shot by Ryan Din! And makes it 6-2 on their 3rd straight shot of the period. 3rd straight goal. And the coach is calling for Ricky Lafleur. It looks like J-Rock is going into the game here. Ryan Din, who was on a tear for this team, signing with them in the offseason, leaving the Hootons. And there goes Lafleur. He is done for the night, and J-Rock will come in to this game as trying to get some sort of momentum. Face off one there is now Bobeni's got it. Randy Bobeni in the zone, shot and scored. That one got through Mason Hemian, and they get one back. It's 6-3. And still lots of time to go here in this game, as could they make a comeback here? 6-3 now, is obviously still is now gets it up. Here comes Bubbles now with the puck. Trevor, 3-on-2 possibility. Bobani across to Bubbles, back. Trevor scores! It's a 2-goal game. Trevor, this is an insane first game here, as just over halfway through this game, it's 6-4. They get another one here in the second. As gets it back, and Trevor has a great screen in front, as by Bubbles. Oh my, screen by his own player as well. As the Trailer Park Boys, like I said, they have the team to do it. Face off now, 7:16 to go. Can they get closer? One-timer blocked. Gets it out. Can't get it out. Leahy scores! It's a 1-goal game. Jim Leahy puts that one past Mason Hemian. And the Trailer Park Boys are back in the game. Oh my goodness. It looked like the Bud Light Knights might be running away with this one. And the Trailer Park Boys score 3 straight here in the second period, just after Ricky Lafleur got pulled. Now Luke Pond has got it. Can they get some sort of offense? As now Pond gets it over. Evans poked off his stick. Back. Shot. Scores! Ryan Din. Hat trick. And they get a much needed goal to get up front by 2. Oh my, leave it to the captain, who has been on a tear. Gets a hat trick here. The defenseman, as 7-5. Now in the back there, Hutchings gets it across. As oh my, bad pass, turned over. And now Julian gets it over Bubbles. He gains the line across. Trevor scores! Trevor gets their team back within 1. Can they pull off the big comeback? Bubbles with as Bubbles drive the lane, gets it over the Trevor, as the Trailer Park Boys are not going away here in game 1. Shot there is oh my, as the Bud Light Knights with a great response shift. Oh my, that one goes wide. Back to the point now. Hutchings at the post. Another chance. Scores! Ethan Evans! Right after the Trailer Park Boys get back in the game. Get right back up by 2. As they needed that type of shift. Obviously they were just on their heels the last, couple minutes. Now won the face-off there. Now here comes Din now. Up through center. Can he get number 4? Ryan Din dumps that puck around. As now gets it up to Julian. Turnover. Front scores! Carter Hines gets their team more breathing room here in the third period, as they're back up front by 3, and they saw a bit of relief, as obviously down, as they were only up by 1, as bad turnover there by Julian, as that goes to no man's land, and Carter Hines capitalizes. Trailer Park Boys just kind of not in sync here to start this series, and the Bud Light Knights taking advantage. 9-6 here is now Ethan Evans looking for more, and he scores! Oh my goodness! Another one goes in, and the Bud Light Knights lead by 4. As I was just about to say, are they really going to blow this lead? And they just explode for 3 goals right after the Trailer Park Boys made it a 1-goal deficit. And 2 goals, I'd say in about 4 or 5 seconds. Unbelievable. And it looks like, Ricky Lafleur is heading back into this game. Oh my goodness. And now Hines has got it over to Luke Pond. Pond now looking for more here. Pond has a lane. Luke Pond scores! Hat trick for Luke Pond, and it's 11-6. This game 1 has been insane. Oh my goodness, fourth goal in a row for the Bud Light Knights here in the third period. Empty net as now here comes, as can they get an empty net? That one goes wide. As now Leahy, turnover front, scores! Carter, Hines, another hat. 3 players on the Bud Light Knights have a hat trick. Carter Hines' turn. And it's 12-6. As the Bud Light Knights will take a 1-0 series lead. As obviously, even a crazy game like this, I can't see the Trailer Park Boys scoring 6. Now gets it up. Bubbles now with the puck. He's got the puck. Nice little move, and he scores! On the backhand, Bubbles puts one over the glove. As if you're the Trailer Park Boys now, you could just gotta try and get some goals to maybe turn the tide a little bit going into game 2. As look at that nice little move. As this has been one of the craziest games of the playoffs so far. As just goals upon goals upon goals from the top 2 teams in the Eastern Conference. And now Julian's got it in. As now in the corner, Trevor finds Bobandy, gets it back to the point, shot up, 2 posts and rebound, scores. And they get another one here, and Trevor has a hat trick. There's just been so many hat tricks here in game 1. As Leahy gets that off both posts and puts that over the blocker of Mason Hemian. As this has been more than a barn burner. This has just been a field burner. And now gets it over. 30 seconds to go as the Bud Light Knights survive this barn burner. Now Julian scores. They get another one here as late in the third, but like I said before, as it's not going to be enough. But I mean, they could take this into game 2 and it could be a positive for them. As Julian gets another one here. As man, oh man, this has been crazy. And now shot there as well, one's blocked. Oh my, trying to get a fast start here. Trevor, nice little move. Trevor across, one time, scores! Julian with the snipe, and the Trailer Park Boys with a good start here in game 2. They take a 1-0 lead. Obviously, we've seen with game 1 as one goal is definitely not going to win you this game. And now gets it up. Here comes Hines over. And now here come the Bud Light Knights through center. Across shot, scores! Luke Pond, tie game! As Luke Pond, as they were kind of coming on the last few minutes, and Pond with an absolute rocket of a shot. He don't usually slap shot it, but right there he did, and it fools Ricky LaFleur, who did get the start in game 2. Now back, and now here comes Bubbles. 3-on-2 possibility. Trevor trying to feed it in front, can't do it. And now on the counterattack, 3-on-2 Bud Light Knights. Pond finds Evans, shoots, scores! Ethan Evans makes it a 2-1 Bud Light Knights lead. Oh my, we went a bit of back and forth there, and the Bud Light Knights make it 2-1. As look at that, as I mean, if you're Ricky LaFleur, you probably want that one back. As Ethan Evans put all of his effort into that shot. As obviously, not a great start to the series for the goaltenders. As now gets it up there as oh my, the Trailer Park Boys are just on answer. Turnover again, Bubbles scores! That one gets through the 5-hole of Mason Hemian, as they have just turned it on here in the last few minutes. And they finally get rewarded. Bubbles on the turnover as just answered for the Trailer Park Boys. They were just on all over the Knights there in the last few minutes. Now gets it in front as that shot stopped. And now back to the point now. Leahy drive. That one's blocked by Evans. Can't get it out. Bubbles across. They score. Trevor in the circle takes the lead for the Trailer Park Boys. Oh my. Ever since the Bud Light Knights made it 2-1, they just can't get out of their own zone. And the Trailer Park Boys are all over them here. And now got it there in front as oh my, as now they got a short-handed. As now trying to go over the time. Julian gets through 3 players. Oh my, across, scores! What a play by Julian! 3 players, and he said, nah, I'm just gonna barrel right through 3 of them. Oh my goodness, Julian, what a play! Short-handed goal for Randy Bobandy, but like I said, that's all Julian. I can't believe he just barreled through 3 players and feeds it over to Bobandy, and it is a 4-2 game. They score 3 unanswered here. And the coach is not happy. Gets it up, here comes Bubbles. Maybe one final attack is now down out of the zone. Lorai got it there over to Bobandy. One final shot now. Bubbles scores! That gets through on a little floaty. And Bubbles, what a backbreaker there for the Bud Light Knights. Oh my. As they were just going to try and get out of this period only down by 2. And the Bubbles scores with 3.7 to go. Now here comes Hines now with it. As now 15 minutes to go. As now Bobandy steals. Here comes Randy Bobandy across. Trevor scores! Trevor gets 1. And he makes it 6-2. As could that be a dagger for game 2 to try and tie this series heading back to Nova Scotia. As the coach not very happy. He is very visibly not happy with his team here. So it's 6-2 as they're running away with one. Here they come again. They score again. Oh my goodness, another goal. It is 7-2. Bubbles with a hat trick. Trying to, as he is making sure they're not going down 2-0, and they're gonna most likely head back to the series, and that's gonna be Mason Hemian's night. As now gets it down, as now here comes Bobandy. As no, sorry, with Bubbles. Bobandy is with him. Bubbles turns back, finds Bobandy, scores! Randy Bobandy puts one past Ethan Smith from Bubbles, his dynamic dual partner, and makes it 8-2. They have scored 7 straight goals and Will has tied this series. As the coach he can't believe what's going on here. As obviously after has now got it there, 12 seconds to go, and that's gonna be all she wrote. The Trailer Park Boys are going to tie this series up after a dominant performance. Here comes Hines, scores. Almost at the buzzer, gets 1. As makes it 8-3. Still quite a bit of a blowout, but this series will be all tied up heading back to Nova Scotia. As I'll see you guys there. Trying to get a fast start there, as now back comes Luke Pond with the puck turnover. Bubbles on the attack with Bobandy driving across, scores! What a start from the Nova Scotia Trailer Park Boys on home ice, and Bobandy makes it 1-0 Trailer Park Boys from Bubbles. The dynamic duo starts off Game 3 with a banger. Oh my. Now gets it back. Now shot deflected. Stopped by oh my, great stop by LaFleur. Back the other way comes Leahy with it. Jim Leahy finally gets it right in front. Scores! Trevor finds the back of the net after a huge save at one end, and the Trailer Park Boys lead 2-0. Oh my, what a start from the Trailer Park Boys here in Game 3. What a save by LaFleur on one end, and Leahy brings the puck up himself. What a feed to find Trevor. And it's 2-0 Trailer Park Boys. Now Bobandy in his own zone as oh my, what a start here. Here they come again. Trevor with the puck across. They score! It's Julian this time, and it's 3-0 Trailer Park Boys. Just there, all over the Bud Light Knights here to start Game 3. So dominant on home ice, and showing it in Game 3, up 3-0, 8 minutes into the first. Oh my goodness. As Julian wires one past. It is 3-0 now as oh my gets the puck again. Now Bobandy looking for more. They score again. They score 3 goals within I'd say 25 seconds. Bobandy and Bubbles 4-0 on 5 shots. You couldn't ask for a better start for the Nova Scotia Trailer Park Boys. Bubbles and Bobandy are on a mission to send this team to the final. And now one there is now gets it across, turnover. Bobandy's got it. Here goes Bobandy with numbers maybe. Bubbles and now feeds it back to Julian. Scores! Early in the second, it's 5-0, and mercifully for Ethan Smith, his night is over. What a feed from Bubbles. Oh my goodness. He knew Julian was there. That's how good their chemistry is. Bubbles, as we see Mason Hemian coming into this game, as he just got pulled at the in Game 2. And now back down to Hemian. He just leaves it there for Ryan Din. And now gets it across to Carter Hines. Can they get one here? Carter Hines feeds it over, but gets it back and scores! Carter Hines gets his team on the board as still not even halfway through this game. I mean, we've seen crazier things happen. Can the Bud Light Knights somehow get back in this Game 3 here? As there's only one, but all he needs is one to try and turn the tide. As look at that snipe. And now Carter Hines now shot. Another chance in front. As oh my, look out! Big save. They're turning on. Shot. Scores! Ryan Din. And it's only a 3-goal deficit. Oh my goodness. Things have definitely turned here a little bit. In this Game 3, as the Bud Light Knights have been turning it on the last couple minutes. Now up there to Trevor. Here comes Trevor up to Bubbles. They need something to try and get their odds in their favor. Cross. Trevor scores! Posted in on Hemian. And Trevor gets a hat trick. And it's 6-2. As I was just saying that they needed something to turn their tide, and that's what they needed. And it's 6-2. As now one there is now Luke Pond has got it. Is now battling there. as now gets it back to the point now. And now back to the point again as can't get it there. Trevor, and scored! Bubbles deflects that one in, and he makes it 7-2. As oh my, as Bubbles gets that deflection, that might be his first of the game. But he has tons of assists here in Game 3. As the Trailer Park Boys is looking like they're going to take a 2-1 series lead. Now gets it up to Bobandy. Bobandy looking for more as now gets the puck somehow back to the point, scores! It's Julian with the hat trick, and he makes it 8-2. Oh my goodness. This team is just locked in right now, as trying to beat the top team in the Eastern Conference, and the top team is just in peril, I would say. Now gets it up one funnel, a big hit by Bobandy, and now Trevor gets it over Bobandy, and shoots, scores! And he gets the goal after a huge hit at center ice, and it's counted 9-2. Oh my goodness, look at that big hit there. Trailer Park Boys looking for another early start, as now gets it over in front, scores! And it's the Bud Light Knights with the early start. Luke Pond, and gets a goal they desperately need, obviously, after getting just dominated in Game 3. They needed that early start, facing elimination, trying to get the crowd out of this game. As now gets it up now, and here comes Carter Hines with it. Hines up the wing, he's got some speed across, finds Ryan Din down the wing, and he scores! Ryan Din squeezes that one through, and the Bud Light Knights take a 2-0 lead. After a huge save on Bubbles the other way, as Ryan Din somehow squeezes that one through Ricky LaFleur, and early start for the road team here, with a chance to go to the Potter Cup final for the Trailer Park Boys. Now breakaway stop there, as now gets it up there. Now Pond as gets stolen by Bubbles, down low to Bobandy in front, scores! And the Trailer Park Boys are on the board from their dynamic duo. Bubbles wins the battle and gets it to Bobandy down low, and they get another point in this series. Oh my goodness, they're chasing the record for most points in one series. Now down low, Trevor back to the point, one-timer shot, rebound stopped, as oh my, they're firing on all cylinders, and now on the battle front, they score! The game is tied just like that. Unbelievable from the Trailer Park Boys. They look like they didn't start off well at all, and all of a sudden they get one goal and they get another one just like that. That's the offense, and guess who again? Bubbles to Bobandy. How many times have we heard that this series? And now gets there, and oh my, gets it up to Pond. Luke Pond through center. Now he gets rocked by Bobandy. Back the other way. Bubbles scores! Bubbles with a rocket, and the Trailer Park Boys take the lead, 3-2. Late in the first, they come all the way back and take the lead, 3-2, after a massive hit by Bobandy, open ice. Bubbles and Bobandy are putting on a clinic. Now shot there that won't block. Here comes Leahy up the other way. Jim Leahy got some open ice. He's in. He scores! Jim Leahy! 4-2 Trailer Park Boys. 4 unanswered. Trying to make the Potter Cup final. For the first time since season 3. It's been that long. Now gets it there. Now Trevor in his own zone, trying to start the breakout. Gets rocked by Evans. And now back to the point. Din scores! And that is the type of response you need if you're the Bud Light Knights. And they're back in this one. Are we in for another crazy game here? As what a hit by Ethan Evans. Just rocks Trevor off the puck. And finds Din, as they have responded very nicely here. 1-goal game. Face off now, 10-10 to go. They have just shown some life here. Poked off the stick, gets it back. Hines, he scores! The game is tied. Carter Hines ties it after their last few minutes has just been clinical. Showing why they're the top. And so we have a brand new game, 4-4, as the Trailer Park Boys run a 2-goal lead. Here comes Bobandy in, he scores! What an answer for Randy Bobandy! And they regain the lead about 5 seconds later. And he gets the hat trick right off the face-off. Oh my goodness. Puts it over the glove of Mason Hemian. And Randy Bobandy just like that. Now Julian got in his own zone. That one's stolen. Now back the other way come the Trailer Park Boys. Bubbles shoots. He scores. Bubbles winds one home. And they have got some breathing room. It is 6-4. Bobandy, Bubbles, and then it's Bubbles, Bobandy. It's just been this dynamic duo this whole series, and Julian as well. This whole team is just firing all their. Now Jim Leahy up the wing is under 2 minutes to go. Up to Bubbles, Bubbles across, scores! Randy Bobandy, 4-goal night from his dual partner Bubbles. His partner in crime. Bubbles with the feed over to Bobandy, as the Bud Light Knights just cannot find an answer for these two guys. And they have top 2. Now gets it up now as Candy gets him off and shoots, scores! And a huge goal to start their third period to get within 2. As if you're gonna come back, you needed an early goal like that to try and plant a seed of doubt in the minds of the Trailer Park Boys. As now here comes Din now with the puck, as turned over, as now gets it up. Jim Leahy with the puck finds Trevor in front, scores! Is that the goal that propels the Trailer Park Boys to the Potter Cup final? 8-5. Oh my. The Trailer Park Boys are oh so close to their second ever Potter Cup final. The first being in season 3, that long ago. And obviously losing to the Houdan. And now empty net there. There goes Hemi into the bench. Turnover. Julian's got the puck. Bubbles with the puck looking for Bobandy trying to get it. They get it back again. Bobandy empty net. Scores! And that's all she wrote. The Trailer Park Boys are gonna move on to the Potter Cup final for the first time in 15 seasons. And in Bubbles' farewell year, they're going to play for the Potter Cup. As now in the corner, 40 seconds remaining. Bubbles gets it back to the point. Leahy in, scores! Might as well get another one, as just these fans are going to party into the night here in Nova Scotia. Obviously, they're going to have a few days to celebrate before getting right back down to business in the Potter Cup final. Gets it up, 14 seconds to play, and they play it there. The fans, you can celebrate for a few days. The Trailer Park Boys, for the first time since season 3, are headed to the Potter Cup final. Oh my, Bubbles has one more hill to climb in his farewell year. Will he go out as a champion, or will he go out heartbroken? The Trailer Park Boys are headed to the Potter Cup final, taking out the top team in the East. Handshakes here is what a series. What a run for the Trailer Park Boys. And who's going to be meeting them in the Potter Cup final, as he's not touching that trophy. And so guys, I will see you all in the Potter Cup final.